You installed your smart home security system for protection, to watch for porch thieves, to check deliveries, to monitor the baby while you sleep, to feel safe. But what happens when that same system records something that shouldn't exist? What happens when the footage shows an empty room, yet the audio captures a whisper? What happens when the hallway is completely still, motion detection inactive, no human presence detected, yet a raspy voice clearly says a name? Tonight on True Terraphiles Official, we're analyzing verified Reddit accounts of smart home devices capturing unexplained voices in empty spaces. Not dramatized, not staged, not horror movie fiction. These are real users reviewing their own footage and discovering something deeply unsettling. Smart cameras are everywhere now. Doorbells, baby monitors, indoor hubs, kitchen assistants. They sit silently in our homes, recording constantly, storing data in the cloud. Unlike old ghost stories told around campfires, these devices don't rely on memory. They record, they timestamp, they archive. And that changes everything. Reddit has quietly become a digital archive of strange footage. In subreddits dedicated to security cameras and unexplained phenomena, homeowners upload clips asking simple questions. Can someone explain this? Is this interference? Why does it sound like someone whispering? The chilling part. Many of these clips show no visible human presence. One of the most widely discussed threads began with a homeowner reviewing routine hallway footage. The camera detected no movement. The timestamp showed 3:17 a.m. The house was empty, except for the owner asleep upstairs. But when he played back the recording with headphones, he heard it. A low whisper. A single word. His name. No footsteps, no shadow, no glitch distortion, just a soft, breath-like vocalization that did not match any known mechanical noise from the device. At first, commenters suggested compression artifacts, audio bleed, wind, through a vent. But after multiple users enhanced the audio, the structure of the sound resembled human speech patterns. Consonant attack, vowel sustain, breath fade. It didn't sound random, it sounded intentional. Smart devices operate differently than traditional EVP recorders used in paranormal investigations. They are always listening for wake words, always buffering ambient sound, always processing noise, which raises a disturbing question. Are they simply recording background anomalies, or are they unintentionally amplifying something that has always been there? Technology has transformed folklore into data. Instead of stories passed down through generations, we now have waveform graphs, spectrogram analysis, decibel spikes. The supernatural, if that's what it is now measurable. But measurement doesn't always mean explanation. As we move deeper into tonight's cases, ask yourself something. If your own device recorded a whisper in your kitchen tonight, would you check the footage alone? Before we continue, if you're fascinated by real digital mysteries, documented anomalies, and unexplained recordings analyzed professionally and responsibly, subscribe to True Terraphiles Official and turn on notifications. We break down real accounts calmly, clearly, and without exaggeration, so you can decide what you believe. Because sometimes, the scariest thing isn't what you see, it's what you hear in digital silence. Kitchens are not places we associate with fear. They're bright, functional, ordinary. But one Reddit user shared footage that changed that perception entirely. At 2:43 a.m., a motion alert was triggered. The homeowner assumed it was the refrigerator cycling or maybe a pet moving off-frame. But when he reviewed the clip, the video showed nothing. No movement, no shifting light, no shadows. The audio, however, told a different story. 3 seconds into the clip, a faint whisper emerges. Not loud, not distorted, just beneath the white noise floor. It sounds like two syllables. Some listeners interpreted it as hello. Others heard a name. The homeowner confirmed he lives alone. He enhanced the audio and posted the raw file for analysis. Reddit users with audio engineering backgrounds examined it frame by frame. What stood out wasn't just the presence of sound, it was the structure. The waveform showed clear vocal modulation, a beginning consonant burst, a mid-frequency vowel band, a soft, trailing breath. Random interference typically produces sharp spikes or static bursts. This recording displayed a smooth vocal contour. More unsettling was the frequency range. The voice sat between 300 and 3,400 Hz, squarely within human speech range. Yet, no one was there. Skeptics proposed nearby radio bleed, but the device uses encrypted Wi-Fi streaming, not analog radio. Others suggested neighbors, but the house is detached, with significant distance between properties. The possibility of cross-device audio injection was discussed. However, no other device activity was logged at the time. One commenter posed a theory that many found unsettling. Smart microphones are extremely sensitive to low volume frequencies, far more than human ears in a sleeping house. They may be capturing sounds we normally never perceive. If that's true, the question shifts. Are these voices new, or have they always existed just below our auditory threshold? The homeowner admitted something that changed the tone of the thread. 4 weeks prior to the recording, he had felt a subtle unease in the kitchen late at night. No visual anomalies, just the sensation of not being alone. After the recording, he stopped entering the kitchen after midnight. Psychologists would argue that once fear is introduced, perception shifts. Confirmation bias intensifies. Every creak becomes meaningful. But here's what makes digital evidence different. The recording existed before interpretation. The device captured something objective. The meaning came later. Technology has made our homes transparent, but sometimes transparency reveals things we didn't want to be illuminated. And this was only the beginning. Few devices are trusted more than baby monitors. They are guardians of sleep, protectors of vulnerability. One Reddit post described an event that shook the parents profoundly. At approximately 1:12 a.m., their baby monitor activated due to sound detection. Expecting crying, they checked the live feed. The baby was asleep, but the monitor was transmitting audio, a soft humming. It resembled a lullaby. The melody was faint but structured, not random tones. The mother recognized the tune as something she sang occasionally, but she had not sung it that night. The father checked timestamps. Both parents were in bed. No one else had access to the house. The doors were locked. The security system showed no breaches. The audio clip, once posted online, drew intense scrutiny. Engineers analyzed background noise patterns. There was no digital artifact clipping, no packet loss distortion. The voice carried consistent tonal balance, as if produced within the room itself. One chilling detail emerged during waveform analysis. Slight reverb, consistent with the nursery's room acoustics. If the audio were externally injected or hacked, it would not carry the room's acoustic signature. The humming sounded like it existed physically inside the space, yet the camera showed nothing. No shadow movement, no curtain shift, no visible source. The emotional impact on the parents was significant. They reported feeling violated, not physically, but spatially, as though an unseen presence had entered the most private corner of their lives. They moved the baby into their bedroom temporarily. Sleep became fragmented. Skeptics suggested pareidolia, the brain imposing melody onto noise, but multiple listeners independently transcribed similar tonal patterns. Could environmental hums align coincidentally into melody? Possibly. But coincidence becomes harder to accept when multiple recordings across different homes show similar structured anomalies. The baby monitor case remains one of the most debated threads in smart home anomaly discussions. Because it wasn't aggressive, it wasn't threatening, it was gentle, and somehow that made it worse. Let's step back from emotion and examine data. Several audio engineers from Reddit communities collaborated to analyze multiple clips from different users reporting phantom whispers. They overlaid, compared harmonic signatures, examined amplitude consistency. The surprising observation: many of the anomalies fell within clean vocal frequency bands, without the chaotic noise bursts typical of mechanical glitches. Additionally, some clips showed micropauses consistent with syllable formation. That doesn't prove paranormal origin, but it challenges easy dismissal. Mapping reported cases revealed an interesting pattern. Many occurred in homes built decades earlier, often on land with layered construction history. Correlation does not equal causation. However, when digital anomalies align geographically, curiosity intensifies. Another unexplained factor: in several cases, devices recorded anomalous audio during periods when no motion or wakeword activation occurred, which suggests passive ambient capture rather than triggered recording. Some speculate that increasing microphone sensitivity, designed to detect subtle wake words, might unintentionally amplify low-level environmental noise into speech-like artifacts. But that still doesn't explain clear syllables, or repeated names, or structured humming. The frontier between environmental noise and perceived voice is narrow, but these cases consistently land on the voice side of that boundary. Technology was supposed to make our homes safer. Instead, it may have opened a new category of unexplained documentation. Not ghosts proven, not spirits confirmed, but anomalies recorded, archived, replayable, and impossible to completely ignore. So what does this mean? Are smart devices attracting phenomena, or are they simply revealing what has always existed unnoticed? As AI integration advances, future systems may categorize anomalous audio in real time, distinguishing between mechanical hum, known human speech, and unidentified patterns. Imagine receiving a notification, unclassified vocal pattern detected. Would you open it or delete it without listening? For homeowners experiencing unexplained recordings, experts recommend first ruling out environmental factors, HVAC systems, external audio bleed, firmware glitches, and account security. Approach the unknown rationally. Document carefully. Avoid immediate conclusions. But also, don't dismiss your own experience without review. Digital silence being interrupted by whisper-like anomalies is a modern phenomenon, one that merges folklore with cloud storage. Perhaps the truth lies somewhere between psychology and physics, or perhaps we are simply in the earliest stage of understanding how sensitive modern microphones truly are. What remains undeniable is this: these recordings feel personal because they happen inside homes, inside kitchens, inside nurseries, inside the spaces we consider safe. And when technology designed to protect us instead captures something we cannot explain, it forces a deeper question. Is our home truly empty when we believe it is? If this analysis intrigued you, subscribe to True Terror Files Official for more documented digital mysteries. Comment below. Would you keep your cameras on after hearing something like this, or would you rather not know? Because in the age of smart homes, silence is no longer empty. It's monitored, and sometimes it answers back.